Tanrin Sawyer, and I'm going to do a part 2 of challenging your negative thoughts. I did make a part 1 last month, January 2023. If you're watching it any other time, I'm making the second video today, and I'm looking at my computer screen here whilst I'm making the video because I need to get this page ready for us to go. Okay, so if you want to know where I started, you can look for the previous video, which is challenging your negative thoughts. You can click onto my channel, which is HTSAWYERCS, and look for that video there, challenging your negative thoughts part 1. But I'm going to do the part 2 today. Now, following on from the conversation I was having with you guys last month about how to challenge your negative thoughts, today I'm actually going to give you the tools to challenge your negative thoughts. So for example, for me, I have been going through negative thoughts myself. As a human being, we all go through negative thoughts. We all have intrusive thoughts. We all have that war and that fight in our minds. But I'm going to give you the tool today to fight that negative thought. Don't give up, okay? So the first thing to ask yourself, or the first thing to do, is identify the thought. So you have an intrusive thought, you have a negative thought. Identify what it is. What is that negative thought that you have in your mind? Is it an intrusive thought about something, or is it that voice that you hear at the back of your mind telling you you're not good enough, or telling you to do something evil, or telling you to do something that you know is out of your comfort zone, or something that you would not normally do? Or is it something that's bringing you down? Identify what that negative thought is. Number 2, ask yourself, this thought I'm thinking, is it a positive thought or is it a negative thought? Obviously, it's a negative thought if it's telling you to do something that's bad. If it's telling you to do something that's bothering you, or something that's not going to bring you up, that's not going to lift your self-esteem, that's not going to boost you, then you know it's a negative thought. I hope you're writing this down. If you don't have a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper and you can write this down, or you can play the video several times. Number 2, is it a fact? It's very important to ask yourself that what the negative thought might be. Is it a fact? Is it telling you a fact? So what if it is? What if it is? What about if it's a fact? It could be a fact, it could not be a fact. For example, if you have this negative thought saying that, well, you're not going to be anything in life, well, you've been rejected from a job, or you've been rejected from your relationship, so you're not going to be anything in life. Okay, it might be a fact that you were rejected in terms of your relationship, but is it a fact that you will not be anything in life? It only becomes a fact that you will not be in anything in life if you allow it to be. And that's where the challenging comes in. And that's where we begin to challenge our mind. One of the ways to also challenge your mind is to look for alternatives. Are there any other alternatives that you can look for to reframe your mind, to reframe your thinking? So if you have an intrusive thought telling you that no one likes you, you're being rejected because no one likes you, no one wants to be around you. And even if you have people around, or evidence of people rejecting you and not be around, just because those group of people are rejecting you doesn't mean that the other parts of the world or other people from different places are also rejecting you. So it's a bit of how you frame your mind. So look for positive things, look for something positive to counteract that negative and intrusive thought. Also look for the evidence. Where is the evidence? Is there an evidence? Sometimes there's no evidence to support that negative thought, and then sometimes there are negative thoughts that can be supported with evidence. If you feel that you're a failure because you failed concerning a particular thing in your life, or you failed in terms of different areas in your life, now does that qualify you to be a failure? You can sit down and look at it and say, okay, I failed in this particular thing. But if you stop trying, then it becomes a fact. and it becomes that evidence if you stop trying. So my encouragement to you as a therapist, don't stop trying. You can fail today, but doesn't mean that you'll fail tomorrow. You just gotta keep pushing. You just gotta keep going and see how it is. Okay, so think of ways where you can change. Don't give up. Keep pushing and see how you go with that. Number 5, even if there is one, so we're talking about the evidence, even if there is an evidence of how you feel, or those negative thoughts that come into your mind, whatever they may be, even if you think that there is evidence, think of ways that you can change things to be where you want them to be. What ways, what things and what ways are you able to think of how you can change the situation so that it can be what you want it to be? And I tell you, mental struggles and intrusive thoughts, it's a stronghold. It's a stronghold. But don't give up. Try your best as much as possible to fight it. Fight it. Ask yourself, what impact will it bring you? So when you're having all those intrusive thoughts, what is it you do? This is what I normally say to clients, and this is what I have discovered. When we have this negative thought, what happens? We sit down there and we just allow these thoughts come into our mind. We entertain them. We don't challenge those thoughts. We just entertain them. And before long, you will see that you begin to really believe those things that those thoughts are telling you, those intrusive thoughts are telling you. So if you look at your life today, whose thoughts have formed the way you are today? What belief system, the belief system that you have, the thought life that you have, the thought pattern you have, whose words have formed them? Are they your words? Or are they the words of the society? Are they the words of families and friends that have shaped who you are today? It's important that you understand what shapes your world. And if what shapes your world is negative, those negative thoughts can identify with the world that you are living in the world of negativity, and they will feel at home. So when you hear negative thoughts from somebody about you, you believe it because that's what you've been hearing from home. That's what you've been hearing from friends. That's what you've heard from social media. You believe it. It becomes a familiar place for you. You begin to accept it. So there is no room to challenge it anymore. So if somebody comes and if somebody comes and begin to speak something positive to you, that will become foreign to you because it's not something that you're used to. So one of the things that you can do is ask yourself, this intrusive thought that I have, is it a thought that is tearing me down? Is it something that's bringing me up, or is it tearing me down? Is it affecting my life, in a negative way, or is it improving my life? Usually negative thoughts do not improve your life. Usually they are there to destroy your life. They're there to destroy you as a person, so challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought building me up, or is it tearing me down? Is it tearing me down? If it's not bringing you up, if it's not building your self-esteem, it's a negative thought. It ties in with overthinking. You think about a thought. Overthinking, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, they all work together. I think they're siblings, as I would say, siblings. They all work together. You think about a thought. And when you think about this thought, it becomes overthinking. You begin to go over it and over it and over it and over it. And before you know it, anxiety comes. Fear of uncertainty, anxiety, it comes in. And that thought that's been planted into your mind and you're thinking over again becomes overthinking. You're overthinking it because you want to solve it. You're wondering why this thought is this way. And before long, you start to have fear of uncertainty, not knowing what will happen, and all those things bring you down. We don't want you to be down in that area. We don't want you to feel down. So you got to make a choice. You got to focus your mind on positive. Delete negative thoughts. Delete negative thoughts. Don't entertain them. When they come into your mind, just like you would delete all your junk mail, delete those negative thoughts. Ignore them. Don't just ignore them and put them on the back of your mind. You have to deal with them. You look for something else positive to replace those negative thoughts. Identify negative emotions you can experience as a result of, that you experience as a result of your negative thoughts. Negative thoughts usually come with experience. How does your body feel? What is it you're feeling within you as you're experiencing that thought? You can also change that emotion to fit your new experience. Make a choice. If you don't want negative thoughts in your mind, if you don't want negative thoughts to build a home in your mind or in your life, what is it you're going to do? What is it you're going to do? Negative thought is an intruder. You're not letting any intruder in your house, would you? You would treat that negative thought, those intrusive thoughts, the same way you would treat an intruder. Out the door. You show them out the door. Out the door. Negative thought, get out of here. By deleting your negative thoughts. And how you can delete your negative thoughts is to reframe it. Is to reframe it. Write down a list of negative and positive words that you normally say and replace it. So maybe if you're always saying negative things about yourself, you can't accept compliments. I know, for us, if we've been receiving negative compliments not negative compliments, or we don't have anybody who's not been complimenting you or, been talking negatively about you, it will be hard. I do understand. It's hard to accept, when somebody compliments you because it's strange to you. But today, make that decision. Make that decision that today I'm going to move forward with this new thinking. Okay, I'm hoping that all this that I've provided, this is a tool that I've provided for you. I hope that you can use it, you can put it into practice so that it will begin to work for you. Don't forget, if you don't put it into practice, it ain't gonna work. I have to practice it every day, even today. Before making this video this morning, I had lots of negative thoughts. If I had stood there and accepted those negative thoughts, I don't think I'll be able to sit down here and make another video about it. These things that I'm putting out there, these videos I'm putting out, is something that I've lived and experienced, and I know how to overcome them. And I'm making this video so that you can begin to find ways of overcoming, teaching you how you can overcome it, so that when you come to the therapy session, you can say, this is what I did. These are the tools. I have to put the tools into practice to make sure they work for me. Now, it's not going to work for everyone because everybody's situation is different. But at least you have something to try. You have something to at least start to practice on, to see how you get along. Okay? If you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button so that every time I make videos, you'll be able to know that, okay, Henzie has made a new video. I want to see what it is. Hit the subscribe button. It'll be good for you to subscribe to my channel. Also, you can press the notification button that is down there. Press the notification button so that it will notify you if I make a video. Subscribe to my channel and notification. But above all, I wish the best for you. Now, if you want to talk more about how you're feeling, or you want to book a session in terms of, you want to talk about your mental health issues that you're feeling, and you just want to talk it through with someone, look for a therapist where you are, or you can book a therapy session with me. I see people online, or if you live in my local area in the UK, if you live in the local area where I live, I see people face to face or online or by telephone. Now, my website address is www.htsaweyercs.com. Okay, that's www.htsaweyercs.com. Okay, so if you go and read the description of this video, it will give you more detailed information about this video and detailed information about my website. You know, you can book a session if you want to, or just practice these videos. It will help. My ultimate desire is to see you free from mental health struggles. You take care, and I will see you again in the therapy room. Take care. Bye.